Well, we've been dealing with a lot of cloud cover across our area. We've had overall quiet conditions for our weather locally. Certainly not the case down in the Caribbean with major Hurricane Melissa making landfall earlier in the day as a major Category 5 system. This is the view from our live camera out over the Kingston Harbor. You can see the winds really picking up there. We saw the same camera view around 4 o'clock. Not quite as windy and gusty, but as storms move on land and they start to weaken, the wind fields start to spread out a bit, so they will be dealing with some rough conditions all across the island as we do head into the overnight and into the day tomorrow. But as far as Melissa's wind speeds, 185 miles per hour sustained at landfall earlier today, making it one of the strongest to make landfall in the Atlantic Basin as long as records go back. The strongest storm to make landfall in the U.S. was the Labor Day storm back in 1935 with 185 mile per hour sustained winds. Of course, back in 2019, we had Dorian with 185 mile per hour winds over the Bahamas, which caused a lot of flooding for the northern end of the island chain. But as far as the strongest winds ever in the Atlantic Basin, as far as sustained winds, was Hurricane Allen back in 1980, where 190 mile per hour winds were measured. Did not make landfall at that speed, but it did produce a lot of damage for Haiti as it was at peak intensity just off of the coast in the Caribbean Sea. Now, as far as Melissa right now, it is pulling away from the northern coast of Jamaica right now. That eye is not visible anymore in the infrared satellite imagery, and it is still a very strong storm, 145 mile per hour sustained winds. It is moving to the north-northeast at 8 miles per hour. That places it making landfall tomorrow morning, early tomorrow morning on the eastern end of Cuba, maintaining major hurricane status as it moves across the Turks and Caicos and the southeastern Bahamas. It looks like this will maintain possibly Category 2 strength as it crosses very close toward Bermuda, staying maybe just to the west of the island, but they will still have some significant impacts on Bermuda from that system as it does move into the North Atlantic. Locally for us tonight, we have an overcast sky. We have the potential for a few showers setting up, but the temperatures today have been the main weather story. Just the upper 50s for us here in Savannah for those highs, well below normal. We should be at 76 degrees, so definitely a chillier day out there. Starting to cool off as far as some of those temperatures, but that cloud cover making it that those temps overall holding steady, and that will be the case over the next few hours. Despite those clouds around, we don't have anything in the way of significant rain showers across the area, but just a few light returns near Sun City in Beaufort County along 278, also along I-95, and that small stretch that goes through Effingham County before you get into Chatham County. As far as the rest of this evening, temperatures will be in the 50s and lower 60s with an overcast sky, with temperatures cooling off into the lower 50s for most of us by tomorrow morning. So the rainmaker from yesterday is moving off to the north and east. The next system that will move in that will bring us the chance for some showers going to the later part of our Wednesday is organizing out west, but it'll be a lot weaker once it gets to our area. We will have a lot of cloud cover throughout the day tomorrow, and then it's going to be into the evening hours when a broken line of showers starts to approach us by 6 and 7 o'clock to our west, and then moving across our area through 9 and 10 o'clock with just a few sprinkles possible through midnight. Now, as far as tonight, we will have those temperatures cooling off into the lower 50s, perhaps upper 40s for a few locations. And then for tomorrow, we will actually warm up a bit more than today ahead of that frontal boundary. Upper 60s not out of the question for us. Cooling off a bit through the day. Thursday, temperatures definitely in the 40s for those morning hours on Thursday. A little cooler for Halloween morning, and then for trick-or-treating after warming into the upper 60s, it will be in the 50s for trick-or-treating, and then even cooler going into Saturday.
Thank you so much. Sports is next.